Hello everybody, Benz95 here, and I'm here to do my first video of my record collection. This is part 1. Basically I'm going to cover A through C in this part, and I'm going to say a few things about them, and yeah, so let's begin. First one I have is Deceptive Bends by 10cc. Which features The Things We Do for Love. And the gatefold. "5440", Canadian band, which features I Go Blind, a song that Hootie and the Blowfish had a hit with in the 90s. Here's 5440's second album, Show Me. Bryan Adams, Reckless. Very good album. Features Run to You, Heaven, Somebody, Summer of '69, as well as the duet with Tina Turner, It's Only Love. Aerosmith's first album, very underrated in my opinion. The one that features Dream On and Mama Kin. Toys in the Attic. A great Aerosmith album. The one that features Sweet Emotion and Walk This Way. Here's my favorite Aerosmith record, Rocks. This one features Back in the Saddle and Last Child. My favorite song on here is Combination. This is just an amazing album. Such a great album. Highly recommend this to anybody who doesn't own it. And for those who do know, or for those who do own it, then you know that it's a great album. Here's a Canadian band, April Wines on Record. Here's the gatefold. Badfinger, No Dice. There's another gatefold. Jeff Beck, Truth. Classic album. The one that features Beck's Bolero, the great rock instrumental. One of the greatest rock instrumentals. It also features the cover of Shapes of Things by the Yardbirds, and You Shook Me, which was a song that Led Zeppelin did on their first album. And this album featured Rod Stewart on vocals and Ron Wood on bass. Of course, they were in the band Faces, and Ron Wood would go on to join the Rolling Stones in the mid-'70s. Of course, this album, the album cover says it all. Needs no introduction. Great album. Just a great album by the Beatles. The only one I have on record, so I definitely need to get some more by the Beatles. Big Dipper. This is an indie band from the 80s. They're from Boston, I believe. And yeah, this is called Heavens. Big Star. #1 record. A classic. It's the one that features 13 and In the Streets. For those of you who have not seen the documentary Big Star, Nothing Can Hurt Me, I recommend that you see it. It's really good. Talks about how great Big Star was of a band. Blue Oyster Cult, Agents of Fortune, the one that features Don't Fear the Reaper. My favorite song on here is Tenderloin. Boston's first album. It's the one that features, of course, everybody knows this one features More Than a Feeling, In Peace of Mind, Smokin', Something About You, Rock and Roll Band, Foreplay Long Time. Yeah. Got 2 copies of this, the other one's in a frame. David Bowie, Pin-Ups. Really good cover album by David Bowie. Big shout out to Paige Martin. She really got me into David Bowie again, more than ever. Because I was a David Bowie fan. I liked his music, but I was just never that big into David Bowie. But she showed this record, and she showed many other David Bowie records, and just she had pictures of it, and whenever I saw it, I was just like blown away. And I saw this I found this at a comic book / collectible store, and I couldn't get it the first time, so I decided to just leave it alone, and I would go back. So the second time around, I did get it, and yeah, this is just a great album. Features covers from The Who and many other great classic 60s British bands, Pretty Things, and Pink Floyd, Syd Barrett era Pink Floyd, and yeah, all these other bands. Station to Station by David Bowie, one that features Golden Ears, and TVC15, which is my favorite song on there. Low. Tonight. Not considered to be his best by many people, but yeah, it's good to have in my collection either way. It's good to have more David Bowie in my collection. So, Tim Buckley, first album. A talented artist he was. So is his son, Jeff. This one's on color vinyl. Doesn't play that well, but yeah, I keep it just for the colored vinyl because it's cool. So I gotta find a better copy of that. The Byrds' Sweetheart of the Rodeo. This is when they went country. The only one that features Graham Parsons when he was in that in the band for a very brief period of time. Yeah, I just was never crazy about the Byrds, when they went country, but excuse me. Yeah, it basically changed my whole perception. I don't know what did really. Just I found this album at a record show, got it, and then pretty much the rest is history. And yeah, this one features You Ain't Going Nowhere and Hickory Wind, 100 Years From Now. So yeah, it's a great album. Here's the Cars' first album. Many people consider it to be like the Cars' greatest hits because it features, Good Times Roll, My Best Friend's Girl, just what I needed. You know, I'm moving in stereo. Like, you know, this is a great album. So a band that basically, you know, borders on like classic rock and new wave. You know, so here's the Cars' second album, Candy-O, which features Let's Go. A band from Australia called The Church, and this is Hindsight, 1980 to 1987, which is a compilation. The band basically is just like this, The band basically is just like a post-punk band, you know. They're like alternative, early alternative, you know. So yeah, it's a good find. Chicago Greatest Hits. Not a huge fan of Chicago. I only like the stuff that they did in the 70s, you know. It's got, you know, Saturday in the Park, 25 or 64. Does anybody really know what time it is? Make Me Smile. You know, really good songs. Bruce Cockburn, Stealing Fire. This one features Lovers in a Dangerous Time, which the Bare Naked Ladies did a cover of in the 90s. They had a really big hit with it. Trust by Elvis Costello. I'm really getting into his music. He's he's really talented, you know. He's got really good music. Here's another one by him, Elvis Costello's Punch the Clock. Elvis Costello and the Attractions. Basically, when this was, you know, that was still at that time when he was still with the Attraction, or he still had the Attractions as his band. Disraeli Gears, Cream. Of course, you know, late Jack Bruce, a talented, you know, singer and bass player. You know, may he rest in peace. This one features, of course, you know, Sunshine of Your Love, Strange Brew, Tales of Brave Ulysses. Great album. It's a classic. Cosmos Factory by Creedence Clearwater Revival. The one that features songs like Looking Out My Back Door, Run Through the Jungle, Up Around the Bend, Who'll Stop the Rain, I Heard It Through the Grapevine. So yeah, this is a classic. Marshall Crenshaw, self-titled, his first album. This one features Someday, Some Way. Very similar to the to Buddy Holly in some way. He sounds a lot like him. And here's The Cult, Love. Of course, this is the one that features She Sells Sanctuary and the song Rain. And it's a really good album from the 80s. You know, it's goth rock, hard rock. You know, it's really good. So that's basically my first part of my record collection. It's A through C. I'll be back with another part real soon. Don't know exactly when that will be, but it'll be soon. So like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I will see you later.